Hello and welcome, beautiful, beautiful, bright souls. Hello, welcome to this new moon in Aries video. So we have a new moon on Monday, is that the 12th? Monday the 12th of April 2021, and it's very early on Monday morning, so depending on where you are in the world, might be Monday, might be Sunday night, but it's in Aries, right? And that's that instigator sign. It's fire sign. There's a lot of energy that comes with the old Aries, and we know that new moons are all about the new beginnings. It's where we plant the seeds just before the new moon. We want to be removing obstacles, right? So that when we are planting the seeds of our manifestations, that we are able to actually see those manifestations come into fruition. So if you don't know how to do that, there is a video that I've done that I will tag in the comments on how to actually prepare for a new moon. Or you could join the Isis Dream Temple, which is my beautiful Facebook group, this wonderful community where magic meets mystery and dreams are realized. Do you like the tagline? I love the tagline. Anyway, and the reason why I invite you to that Facebook group is simply because we do new moon and full moon ceremonies, right, on Zoom. So whoever wishes to be there is invited. They are not recorded. There is no fee. It is just just a sacred offering, right, from the divine to us. So if you are called to that, do feel very welcome to join in that group. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. I'm just going to put on some of this gorgeous incense. I'm feeling the Magdalene energy right now and the Isis energy with saying that, so I'll sprinkle a little bit of the sacred incense on my burner here. We still have a few pots of this left, by the way. This is initiation incense. If that calls to you, do feel very welcome to pop me a message. They get made ceremoniously with the turn of the wheel, right? So this one was made on the equinox. Yeah, it was very powerful, and it was being created until the full moon, right? So it's actually a process. And it contains so many gorgeous, delicious resins and woods and oils, over 30 ingredients, even including some ingredients from the actual Isis temples in Egypt. So very, very, very potent, very profound. But anyway, let's get back to this. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's such an honor to be here with you. It's so wonderful to receive your energy here and exchange with you in that way. If you would, if you're enjoying these videos as you watch them and you'd like to subscribe, I would adore that. I'd absolutely adore that. And if you, and if you really want to help exchange energy with me here, then I would always adore a like, comment. It just helps the video get into people's newsfeed. And I just want to say thank you so much for all beautiful bright souls who donated from the last video. There is always a gratitude jar, a virtual link in my videos for if anyone wishes to offer a little thank you in that form of energy. But for now, the cards are already flying out. We've got the dragons coming in here, telling us a little bit about the lunar energy coming up, this wonderful new moon. So let's stop chatting and let's get cracking, eh? So we've got the air dragon coming in, which is all about, well, air is all about that inspiration, right? It's about the spring, so it's a really good card coming in. The air dragons help us really rise up above earthly matters, right? It helps us kind of see things from a higher perspective. It helps us communicate well, which is really good, because with that Aries energy, it can be a little bit firing, a little bit kind of, horns going together here. So it's always really, really good to have that air influence to kind of blow away the cobwebs, right? To kind of like give you that insight, that inspiration. And it also brings in hope as well. It also clears the way for a little bit of hope coming in. Now, I love that we have the Alpha Dragon here. This is all about divine masculine, and this is all about manifesting and creating. So this is going to be such a powerful moon already, just because of that coming in. And look at that, holy, we've got the golden Christed dragon. Now, for anyone that's already watched my weekly video to talk about this week, or the week before this new moon, because the new moon comes in at the very end, the Christ-light energy was so strong this coming week. It was also so strong in the week prior to that, with Easter in the middle, so you can understand why. And it's really, really fascinating, because the masculine way of manifesting, is very much about kind of, it's like it's destroying the old, it's clearing the pathway, it's visualizing, it's the action-based manifestation, right? It's very active, right? It's not passive whatsoever. It's kind of like, this is the intention that I'm setting, I'm going for it, universe, this is what I want. And then the universe goes, okay, great, let me give you some inspiration here, some ideas. You just got to act on the ideas that I give you. So that's kind of how that works, right? And we really are part of manifesting this whole new world here when we choose to manifest in this way. Now, I love that we've got the Christed dragon coming in, because that also brings this higher love energy to it. And it brings that higher love to the masculine, right? So it's helping us step out of the wounded masculine, that fear-based creation, that kind of scarcity creation, into the whole collaboration, co-creation with the divine, right? And it helps us embody that Christ-like energy. And when we are embodied in that, we literally are radiating golden, right? We are literally radiating golden. I don't know if you can hear this as well. In the background, the sheep started bleating, which I find so funny because this is an Aries New Moon. So anyway, but the Christed dragon is letting us know that, you know, that it's all about expanding the heart, and that's what the divine masculine does. He is so anchored in his heart space. It's not about the logic and the analytical way forward. Yes, there is that inspiration, that intellect, but it's divine intellect, right? It's divine intellect, and that's the difference here. That's the real difference, is that the divine masculine acts from his heart space, and when he does that, he's creating from that space and allowing the divine to drop in through his crown, coming to the heart. That's the main difference here, and I absolutely love it. So the fact that we've got this alpha dragon coming in, which is such a high frequency, it's like, I think it's like 9th dimension or something ridiculously high. The Christed dragon, which once again is really, really high frequency as well. And the air dragon coming in, which is a little bit lower frequency, which is really good because it helps access that energy that the archangels can't necessarily touch because they're just too high, right? Or like it just helps us deal with the stagnant, stuck energy around us. And I love that we've got air dragon coming in, because that is really what they're all about, is moving that stagnant energy. So if you felt stagnant, if you felt confused, if you felt kind of, which way am I going, what am I doing, the energy of this particular moon is really going to help bring that fresh perspective to it, which is just really, really incredible. And I'm just going to cut the deck here to bring a dragon out for the bottom and look at that Atlantean dragon, because that's what this is all about as well. This is actually going to be, yeah, okay, a lot of energy coming through right now. This is about helping us. This moon is going to actually help us if you choose to, right? And I'm going to say that as well because, you know, this isn't passive. None of this is passive. It's not kind of like, oh, if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. No. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. It is actually up to you, you know, because we don't manifest passively. We don't. It's active. So if you want to go into your mastery lifetimes and draw back on that wisdom of Golden Atlantis, if you want to draw back on that and bring that forth, right? If you want to be able to literally let things just come to you, right? And the difference between, I just want to kind of state this because that might be confusing, but the difference of the manifestations coming to you versus passive is that when you're trying to passively create, you're literally sat back doing nothing. You're not even noticing the divine inspiration. When you're actively manifesting and co-creating, you are saying, this is what I want, this is why I'm focusing, this is where my perspective is. And the divine goes, okay, great. I'm going to drop this thought pattern into your head, into your crown. It's going to come down into your heart space. And then you take aligned action, and you're resting, you're not overworking, you're not exerting yourself, overly exerting. And that's when we actually start to receive, right? That's when we actually start to receive and bring back those gifts, talents, and reclaim that mastery, right? Is when we let things come to us because we've taken that aligned action. I just felt it was very, or they felt it was very, very important just to kind of make that distinction. But what a powerful new moon here. So this really is about soul advancement. I'm really curious. I'm going to pull the Archangel cards out in a moment, but let's get some more lines here. What may we find challenging with this new moon? What may it bring up that we need to clear beforehand? And this is what I really want to look at. Like, what do we want to clear before the new moon? Because that's how we use the waning moon. We work with that energy before that. We work with that waning moon and the dark moon just before the new moon in a way that we actually remove these challenges. So what are we challenged with? Okay, so we've got little children coming in here. My deck is upside down. There we go. Thank you. Look at all these cards jumping out now. Confusion and Mother Mary. Yeah, so we've got children and Mother Mary coming in either side here. So we're going to get, I feel like we're going to get stuck, yeah, and co-creation underneath. Okay, so the challenge here is actually going to be co-creating, right? We're going to feel like we want to do it all ourselves. We're going to feel like it's, you know, my way or the highway. It's kind of like I don't want to rely on anyone else. That might be a challenge, and I'm just going to put it out there. The new world, the fifth dimensional world, if you are trying to anchor yourself in there, it doesn't anchor in through, you know, fierce independence, right? Nor does it anchor in through competition either. I just want to put it out there, right? You know, everyone is unique in their offerings and their blessings, and everyone has that unique connection to source and to the divine. It's literally like there's a crystal here, and it's like, you know, I may be tuning into this side of source, you might be tuning into that side, someone else might be tuning into that side. It's all source, you know what I mean? So I just want to put that out there because, you know, when we see it in that perspective, we are all adding a piece of the puzzle together, right? And we are all completing that bigger picture, and we have no use whatsoever for competition, which ironically is a wounding of the divine feminine, but we do actually feel that energy coming in here. So the divine feminine, oh, not the divine, obviously, because she is not wounded, but the wounded feminine energy might be a challenge here. I do just want to say as well, beautiful souls, by the end of this coming week, so when this new moon is, we are actually launching Rebirthing the Goddess. It is an incredible program where we actually look at all the woundings of the feminine energy, and we realign, we go into the Akashic records, we clear on so much karma, we clear and realign and do all this quantum healing and quantum weaving, and really draw back your mastery for each of the archetypes of the divine feminine, right? And I just feel called to bring that in here because it is currently on early bird until the 4th of April at £111 if you do feel called to that. Regular price is £144, and I'm just going to put it out there, guys, but one quantum session is the same price as a course that's going to have probably about 10 times the amount of time and healings, right? So it's an incredible package, and it's made affordable so that it can reach the many, right? So whomever is drawn to that, please feel very welcome to reach out, because it is just such a gorgeous course, and we ran it in the new year live and it was so successful. But anyway, let's get back to this. The reason why I was talking about that is because we've got little children coming in and Mother Mary, so we may have a lot of inner child woundings coming in here. We may have a lot of kind of like struggles to kind of, you know, that our ego might flare, and it's and we might struggle to realize it might bring confusion in. We might feel the mother suffocate, I can't even say the word, suffocation energy coming in, you know, in that throat chakra, and trying to manifest, and we can't, because we actually can't articulate it, and we're confused about which way we're going, and kind of like, you know, that red is coming in here as well. So that root chakra, that sacral chakra, that creation energy, that stability, those things might feel a little bit kind of wobbly around this new moon, right? So this is what we want to clear on. That's what we want to focus on. We want to focus on clearing any woundings around working together in collaboration. We want to clear on any woundings that we may have with our mother energy, right? With our mother energy, whether that's the divine mother or whether that is your actual earth mother, right? Whoever has been a mother figure to you. So we really want to work on clearing that through. We really want to work as well on kind of clearing anything from our childhood that may be blocking us. And, you know, it's not going to take a lot of effort to actually locate that, because it's going to come up anyway. It is going to come up anyway with the energies of the week running up to that new moon. It is going to come up. The only thing that we have to do is kind of notice it, be aware of it, spot it, and go, oh shoot, okay, this is not feeling too good. And instead of ignoring it and hushing it down, which is usually what has happened as children, we've been silenced, right? Because we haven't understood how to necessarily offer, right, the best support to our children. And that's okay, you know, we offer what we have known, but now we are in a different era, right? It's that conscious parenting now, and you have to consciously parent your inner child, right? That's what we want to do before this new moon, to really release any of those obstacles, release any of those blockages that may come up and block any manifestations that you want to bring in. So let's have a look at that. What is this new moon going to be really great for manifesting? Let's go into that then. Okay, woo! Got so many cards wanting to jump out here. Right. Got dress rehearsal coming in, angels, astral travel, and snake. Okay, oh look at that. Okay, I've got 4 cards on this row. Dragonfly wants to stay out. So we are being supported here with this transformation magic illusion, doubly supported because we have snake coming out, which was going to go to the bottom of the deck, but dragonfly wanted to stay out, so I'm going to leave snake kind of here. Let's do that. Can you see these cards? Okay, let me just move these up. Okay. There we go. So we are really supported in rebirthing ourselves with this new moon. Massively supported. If there was ever a time to change vocation, to change your image, to change the direction you're going, to align with your soul, to align with your highest good, to take that leap of faith and go, you know what, universe, I don't necessarily know what you have in store for me, but I trust you, I have faith. I'm clearing on that mother energy, right? And I'm just knowing that you have got me and you're holding me, right? Then, you know, any illusions that you feel you may have been under, right? Anything that you may have gone, oh, you know what? That person just seems so happy over there, and they just seem to have such a simple life, right? Why do I not have that? You know, there may be an illusion that you're living by, right? There may be an illusion such as we have to work really long hours and work really hard to earn any type of money, right? That might be an illusion that we want to release and we want to shift and, you know, flip on its head. You know, there may be an illusion that, oh, you know, true love is difficult to come by. No, it's not. It's not. It's an illusion, right? It's an illusion that our belief system that we've received, you know, and that's okay, but we can change that, right? And so the reason why I start to say those is because, you know, we could kind of struggle to pinpoint what those are. But the thing is that this, and I've got dress rehearsal card coming in, and I love dress rehearsal card because it really is like, you know, which dress rehearsal is very much about your choices, right? This is a new moon that is offering you such choice. And it can be either which way. It's like, which direction, where do you want to focus, right? Where do you want to focus? And you can't go wrong, right? And the thing is that the more we move our ego out of the way, the more we move out of our mind and we move into our heart, right? Which is why the Christed dragon is here and the air dragon is here, because blowing through that inspiration through our crown all the way down, moving it into our heart space. And when we kind of focus on that, then this becomes really easy to kind of spot and understand, right? And the dress rehearsal is literally about, you know, it's kind of like the run through, right? It's the run through. It's the okay, well, we want to do this, we want to do that. Okay, great. Well, it's not the big night tonight, that's tomorrow. What we're going to do is we're just going to go through it all, and we're just going to check that the lighting's right. We're going to check that everyone's costume fits okay. We're going to check how this goes. That's kind of like the energy that's coming up with this new moon. You know, this is like your dress rehearsal. If you are wondering whether or not you can be the spiritual leader that you want to be and shift your career and do that, you know, then this is the moon that you can actually start to manifest that, and it'll overlap. The timelines will overlap and they will merge, so you don't have to go from one massive leap of faith into a completely different thing and flounder. It's literally like you will be able to literally parallel these timelines so that there is integration period, right? And that's what I'm absolutely adoring about this energy coming in, is that integration period and the overlapping, the merging and the intertwining, right? And we don't often get that, right? We don't often get that. If this was being recorded in the summer, I would be like, you're probably going to get pushed over the edge. That's it. Go for it, fly. But right now it feels like, no, actually you can kind of, you know, we're going to play it through first. Let's have a go. It's that springtime energy. It's slightly different. So what a fantastic moon phase to really kind of work on that and plant those manifestations in and plant those, you know, have a go doing or being whomever you know that you wish to be. Who is it you admire, right? Who is it you admire? What do you admire that you of other people? You're like, you know, I really wish I could do that. I love all this intuitive stuff. I say that because that's one that I receive quite often. People ask me about that. You know, I love this intuitive stuff. I want to do that. Absolutely. Go for it. Start. All you have to do is start. That's the hardest bit. But this moon is really going to support us here. We've really got the guidance of the angels, the archangels, the team of light, the fae beings, the shining ones. I could literally go on, right? But we've got so much non-physical support, the star beings. We've got so much non-physical support around us. We just have to open ourselves up to receiving all that, right? So, and the thing is that, and we've got astral travel here, and this is a really, really fun card to come in for this moon, I find, because this is actually kind of about, you know, when you watch a movie and you're just like, oh, I love that character, I love everything about that character, I love everything about that lifestyle, what they're doing, this, that, and the other. You know, it's kind of like, well, when you focus on a place, when you focus on a character, when you focus on whatever, you know, you're tuning into the vibration of that. You can then draw that in. You can draw that back to you, right? So this moon, you know, to prepare for the manifesting of whatever it is that you want to create, a part of preparing for that actually feels very much like, you know, notice what's going to come up in your dreams before the moon. Notice it, because it'll be helping you unblock, and it'll help you receive the guidance that you want to receive. But not only that, but you can actually go into the energy of whatever it is. So if you are watching a movie and you're just like, oh, you know what, like maybe you're watching The Mummy, right? And you're just like, oh my gosh, I really love the character of, you know, what's she called? I don't know why I chose The Mummy. I've got Egypt on my mind, apparently. It's because this has got Egypt in it. You know, the female character, the female lead, right? You know, and she's just like so in her power, and she's just so clever, and she's so intelligent, and she's just so, you know, outgoing and kind of like ballsy, right? And just like, oh, I so love that. You know, if you tune into that, you can draw that energy back to you, and then you can manifest that, right? You can embody that, and actually really anchor it in with this new moon. It's a really incredible time to do that, right? But yeah, this is really about that, you know what, and we've been going through, I'm just going to put it out there as well, we've been going through in the run-up to this new moon, we've been going through a lot of energy influxes, right? A lot of light is coming down from the beautiful suns around us in our multiverse, and you know, all of this light comes through, it brings us up to a higher level, and then it illuminates shadows that we then release, right? And we've kind of been going through this back and forth, back and forth. It's like happy, happy, stable, stable, oh my gosh, it's all questioning. Happy, happy, stable, stable, oh my gosh, it's all questioning. It's kind of in that pattern, right? It's that ebb and flow, and we've just had to kind of like flow in the breeze of it and really, you know, anchor our energy in. But what's really fascinating is that it feels like this new moon is actually the culmination of that, right? And although there's going to be energy coming in for the following weekends, right, you know, because we do have like a meteor shower coming as well, and that's always wonderful and all of that, and that'll be a Lyran meteor shower, right, which is once again it's that fiery, courageous energy, that Lyran energy afterwards, but that's for another video. But the reason why I say that is it just feels like this is kind of the integration point. This is when we actually shed the old skin. This is kind of when we go, oh, you know what, I feel like I've actually assimilated now, right? So what do we need to do? We need to, you know, we need to remove the blocks that come up. Notice our dream time, right? This is, I'm just going to kind of summarize here because I want people to be really certain on what we're doing here. You want to notice what's going to come up in your dream time, what blocks you are removing, what is making you feel uncomfortable through the week coming up, anything that comes up for you, anything that feels heavy, that feels dense. Sit with it, guys. Sit with it. Do not shush it down. You know, sit with it. Let the emotion run through you. Feel it. Express it. Cry. Dance, whatever you need to do, have a bath, I don't know. Whatever you need to do, go outside, connect with Mother Earth. Mother Earth will literally ground you and hold you. That is what she's there to do. That is how the element of Earth supports us, as it neutralizes and rebalances us, it recalibrates us, and it helps us feel stable, right? Specifically noticing about our inner child, right? Anything that's coming up from childhood, right? Anything that's coming up from motherdom. Motherdom, is that a word? It's a word now. Whether you are a mother, you've had a mother, and we've all had a mother because we're all here. But any kind of suffocation energy, any confusion about what we want to do, you know, kind of what were we told when we were growing up? Like, what was a good job, right? You know, kind of when you ask your kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I know when I was growing up, although it was kind of my choice and my decision, I was heavily influenced, right, by everyone around me, right? So what I would always say would be like, I want to be a surgeon, I want to be a doctor, you know, because that was a thing. That was a thing to say, right? And yeah, and I digress, but the reason why I'm saying that is because, you know, that causes confusion. That's where the blueprints start from. That's where the belief systems start from. We don't even realize it, right? So kind of unwind it, unpick it, right? So that's where you're focusing on. You're focused on removing that, and then when you and any contrast, you'll likely experience contrast the week prior, and watch the weekly energy reading that I did, because it does go into that quite a bit. Because it's going to be an interesting week, I think. And any jealousy, any persecution that you've experienced, any competition amongst your peers that you've experienced, it's time to clear. It's time to clear, you guys, right? Yeah, it's time to clear that. That can't go forward. That can't go into the next era, the next golden age that we're going to go through. So once we've done that, and the air dragons are going to help with that. Keep calling in the air dragons. Ask them to be with you. Ask the fire dragons to join you as well, right? And they will help burn any lower energies around you. And then that's when you start to manifest. You start to manifest the night of, or the night before the new moon, and you start to, you know, take some time, take some space, connect with source, move your phone out of the way. I'm just going to put it out there, and just, you know, feel into what is it you enjoy. Put the emotions there on paper. What is it you enjoy? Like whether you're you know, whether you're focusing on a career change or an identity change or a kind of, you know, a rebecoming, what is it you are focusing on? What is it you want, right? Put it down in emotion. Feel it in the emotion, right? And you can even do a fire ceremony to burn the blocks that come up as they come up in the week prior, right, in the time prior. And then once you've done that and you're manifesting like that, holy, I tell you, this will just happen, you know? This will just happen, and it's just going to be so beautiful. So I'm just going to pull maybe one, maybe two archangels here who's really supporting us through this space and time for this wonderful new moon. Just to kind of wrap it up here. Oh, I've got 3 cards. Okay, you're getting 3 cards, you guys. So who have we got here? We've got, of course, Archangel Muriel, trust your own wisdom, have faith in your own psychic impressions, right? So this is reminding us as well, and look at that, she's got like potpourri and incense and stuff here above water, right? Lots of different elements coming in, but once again, that incense is the air, right? It's that inspiration, it's allowing that beautiful energy to come through, and look how calm and still the waters are, right? You know, really allowing the energy, the emotion to be calm. We've got Archangel Raziel here, and Raziel is literally this, he weaves through time, right? He works in the Akashic Records, he works with all of that. Look, your book of life is right here. So if you are called for any Akashic Record work, any quantum journeys, quantum healing, soul alignments, please reach out. I have some slots available before the new moon, but you'll have to be quick to grab those because I have, I think, maybe 2, if not 3 slots for the Thursday, Friday before the new moon. So do reach out if you wish to make the most of that, okay? But Archangel Raziel is really supporting us to really let go, really unpick and unwind anything that we are holding on to that is not serving us. And then we've got Archangel Mallory. Archangel Mallory, and she came up in last week's reading, right? So Archangel Mallory is all about that Christ-like energy. I think she's the twin flame of Archangel Christiel, I think it was, the divine feminine. This is really the divine feminine energy, right? This is divine feminine energy coming in here. Remember who you are. Remember who you are, right? This is the Christ light and bringing that down to your heart space, you know. And it's like when you are aligned, right, your auric field turns into that beautiful, like this color of her dress, this beautiful burgundy kind of red color, right? Who else wears that color? Yeah, Mary Magdalene, hey? Yeah. Right, that's the Mary Magdalene colour, and it would be said that Mary Magdalene had this aura about her, this aura, right? And that's what it was. It was this gold and also this like red burgundy kind of colour, and like this flower here. And that's because when you are aligned on your soul path, that's the colour that it is, right? And that's the colour that she comes down and works with you. So I find it fascinating that we've got Muriel, Raziel, and Mallory all here, right? A beautiful trio really helping us through. So anyway, I'm going to cut it short there. That is all from me right now, beautiful, beautiful souls. I love seeing your comments on these videos. I love seeing your interaction. I would adore seeing you as well on the weekly angelic, sorry, not the week, oh yeah, that as well, but the daily angelic guidance on my Facebook page and my Instagram, which is Ascension's Love with Alice, and feel very welcome to join the Facebook group. I look forward to having you in there. It's always wonderful to see you all. But for now, I'm going to bid you so much love, so many blessings. Have the most peaceful, joyous, blissful week, and I will see you in the next video. So much love.